Hi guys and welcome to another FIFA 22 video. Today guys, we're going to be taking a look at the leaked Icon Swaps 2 rewards and what are going to be your best choices. Here we are, the Icon Swaps 2, tweeted out by Foot Sheriff. Along with Criminal X as well, a little bit earlier on today at 4 PM. So Icon Swaps is going to be coming very, very soon. Maybe on Monday or something like that. Maybe even tomorrow to tie in with the road to the final release. I'm not too sure. But yeah, the full rewards for Icon Swaps 2, you're probably thinking, can you even trust this guy? 100% yes, you can. It's not like he's got about 13 followers or anything like that. He has 268.9 and growing all the time. He's been given out a lot of leaks on stuff as well, leaks them a lot of times. Before I get Icon Swap starts on Monday, there we go. Fantastic to be able to see that. He's a really good guy to be able to follow. You know, at the end of the day, I never really was a massive fan of leaks initially when they were kind of starting to become like a kind of mainstream thing a lot more. But it came to a point where I literally just can't avoid it. So I thought I'll just go and follow him and we'll just make videos around a lot of the things that he releases. So, because obviously EA don't really even release things in the best way anyway, to be honest. But I'm going to go through the rewards first, what they kind of mean, how many tokens are even going to be available. Well, there'll be 18 tokens available to get through objectives. The only way to get Icon Swap tokens, it's not the same as like the Future Star tokens or the Winter Wildcard tokens. Of course, Icon Swap tokens are purely gameplay specific and gameplay focused. You can't get them from, you know, like a pack in the store or if you complete an SBCs or anything like that. It is very much gameplay focused. There's 18 tokens to be able to get the exact same as Icon Swaps 1. So obviously, if you want to go and get yourself a Mane Garinka Prime Icon, that is a very, very good card. It's going to be 17 of your tokens, and it would be the only reward that you could get because, yes, you can get 18 tokens, but you can't get a reward for just 1 token. So we'll go from left to right fully and have a look at the rewards. So obviously, for the small rewards, all these packs here for these first rewards are obviously very, very tempting. The 25 times 81, the 25 times 82, and the 25 times 83. To be quite honest, at this stage of the game, these two don't even bother. I'm not bothered about the 25 times 81 or the 25 times 82. I don't even think they're really value for money. The 25 times 83 is a really good option to be able to go for, in my personal opinion. I think it just adds a lot more because there's so many 82s and 81s that you can get in this pack. And yeah, there are a lot of 83s, but going with the 83s, it's not often that SBC segments require 81 or 82 rated squads. A lot of them will require 83 pluses, so that's why it kind of makes sense to try and go for the 5 tokens with that one. 6 tokens for a mid Henry, probably not worth it. Obviously, if you're a massive fan of Henry, fantastic, but have a look at his cards. Yes, on the face of it, it looks really, really good. The problem is he's only got like 63 balance. He's going to be so sluggish. If you want a left winger, go and do the Neymar SBC. Much better cards, one of the most broken cards in the game. Xavi is obviously, this is his prime card. It's obviously very, very cool in, you know, it's Xavi and stuff like that, but unfortunately, this is nothing against him. I just don't think he's EA, and it's kind of like Perlo as well. Cards like that, EA don't really make them, build them that well in FIFA. Although they were class players, like IRL and stuff like that, and some of the best midfielders like over the past like 20 years, they're not typically the best players to use in game. For whatever reason, they just don't get, you know, they just don't feel very, very good in game. They don't feel like overpowered, or they don't fit the meta or whatever. For 8 tokens, you get a Prime Icon pack. Probably would avoid that one, to be honest. I think Xavi, I mean, obviously Xavi you could get from this pack as well. I don't really think that's value for money, in all honesty. 9 tokens for a Prime Stoichkov. I guess not too bad at the same time. He's got a half-decent cards. 10 for the mid/prime Icon 91 plus pack. I went with something like that last time for the mid Icon pack, and I got Skulls in it for an 89 plus mid Icon pack or something like that, and I got pretty much the worst one you could get. So I'm going to make sure I avoid one this time because I'm going to be getting one of my favorite players of all time. Really cool dynamic image on it. Moments, Steven Gerrard. The card looks insane. Oh, I don't actually have the stats are 100% correct, but yeah, 10 tokens for a Moments Gerrard. How good is he going to be? Only for 10 tokens. I don't think we'll be able to get him in the first batch of releases because, of course, they released him in 2 different batches, so I don't think I'll be able to get him for the first tokens that are initially available, which sucks. But even so, he's going to be the card that I want. You know, he comes second to Suarez, and he's very, very, very close to Suarez in terms of my favorite players of all time. You know, it's Suarez, Gerrard, and then for my third one, can't even think of one really off the top of my head, to be quite honest, but yeah, really cool dynamic image, and I'm sure his card's going to be insane to use in this game, so yeah, 100% going to be going for him. 11 tokens, though, and obviously I can understand why people wouldn't go with Gerrard, you know, for like United or Chelsea fans or whatever, but obviously for me, being a Liverpool fan, it just makes sense to go and do him, and it'll be a really good card to use in game. Cafu Prime Icon at 11 tokens is also 100% worth it. I feel like a lot of the players that they've offered for the Icon Swaps 2 are very, very good for the most part. So he's fantastic. 12 for a middle Prime Icon player pick. I guess that's not too bad. 92 plus Prime Icon pack. You'd have to look at some of the icons for Primes. I mean, I think Lardrop's a 92 rated Prime Icon, I want to say. I feel like there's still kind of a few not so good icons that get into this. But I guess it might not be too bad. I think you've probably got a better chance of getting something good than not. Obviously, the really cool thing about the Moments cards is they got the dynamic images, and that adds just so much more to these icons, in my personal opinion. Cannavaro, they're kissing the World Cup trophy, so I want to guess that's probably a 2006 Cannavaro. I think he was the like the best defender, or maybe even the Ballon d'Or winner for that year. At 14 tokens, yeah, he's also worth it. Fantastic. A prime icon player pick at 15 tokens. 60 is for a prime or Moments 92 plus pack. I mean, if it was a player pick, 100%, but on the whole, probably not worth it. And for a 94 rated prime icon, 17 tokens for that Marnigarin kit. And in all honesty, from what I've seen, this isn't even coming from like a bias perspective. I think the best three things that you can get here. Now, obviously, you could tie in someone like a Gerrard, and then you have 8 tokens left. You could get Gerrard in a prime icon pack, for example. Now, I know that I said initially the prime icon pack wasn't great, but the fact that you can get that alongside still a really, really sick Moments Gerrard is something that I would really, really consider. And I think it's a lot of people should also consider as well. Obviously, you got these little rewards here. You can maybe go in and tie in, you know, this one for 5 tokens. That would leave you with 13 tokens. You could then go and get like a 92 plus prime icon pack, or go and do this player pick pack, for example. Obviously, some of the tokens aren't as easy to get as others. You know, for example, one of them you have to go on like 14 FUT Champs matches, which aren't too hard to do. It's just whether you can be bothered to play through a whole couple weekends in FUT Champions. I certainly really can't be bothered, in all honesty. But then obviously, if you go for some of the high tier rewards, you can't really tie them in with anything good. So, personally for me, I think the Gerrard option looks fantastic. I think the Cafu option looks really, really good. Stoichkov not too bad. Cannavaro is good. If you want a Cannavaro, you have 4 tokens left. If you were to get all the tokens, with that, you could only get one of these 2 rewards. And this is where these two can kind of play into being okay to go for, because it does give you some, or you would at least hope, some half-decent fodder. But and maybe you could save these for a particular promo that, you know, that might be upcoming or whatever, to go and open these packs and to try and pack some cool cards in there. But yeah, there are some really, really good things to be able to go for. I'm a massive fan of this icon swaps too. Personally, myself, I will 100% be going for Gerrard. I'm probably tying in Gerrard with going with the prime icon pack. In all honesty, I think that's going to be a good decision for me to be able to, although I don't think the prime icon pack at 8 tokens is 100% worth it. I'm just going to do it in the hope of getting someone like an R9 or something. No doubt I'll either get Scholes or I'll get a prime Gerrard or something like that. But let me guys know what you think of the icon swaps too. Do you like it? Don't you like it? What would be your choices? What do you think is the best choice to be able to go for? 2 Moments cards in there. Good moment cards to go for as well. And obviously, Moments are going to be getting released very, very soon, which is really, really cool. But yeah, anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys later.